I haven't seen Nephilar, but I don't think he can approach this quarry. The cultists would spot him before he got close. We might be on our own for this one. No sign of the dragons, but there are plenty of cultists. They're mining and keeping watch. This doesn't make any sense. What would a dragon cult want with limestone? The mine's entrance should be west of here. You take the lead.
This one wonders if the meat of shaved skins is tasty.
We must prepare our flesh for the fires to come. Join me, brothers and sisters.
Yagrandu should be in this mine. Let's head inside.
Join me, brother. My master's power is limitless, and he will share it with his devoted. I will die before I bow to you, or your master, Latvulan, if you insist.
Latvulan! And the other dragon, is that Yagrandu?
You asked for this, Yagrandu.
Damn it! I hope we aren't too late.
This one shall prove himself. Look upon my works, new moon.
them, Rakashi.
With pleasure, my master. Rise, Yagrandu. Demonstrate your loyalty.
He's turning Yagrandu into some sort of monster. We have to stop him.
All of Elsweyr will bow to my master. You will serve Latvulan, if not in life, then in death.
Well, that certainly didn't go as planned. Watch out!
Rest easy, Ma. Your battle is done. That is what happens to those who defy Latvulan. He kills them, then forces their corpse to do his bidding. Parklok, what shameful arrogance. Waiting for Latvulan to leave. Had I faced him now, he would have overpowered me. Do not think me proud of such actions, Hunter. Latvulan has somehow increased his power. We are not prepared to fight him just yet. To raise one of my kind takes great skill and greater preparation. Rakajin used the green stone to amplify his necromantic abilities. That stone... It must be why Latvulan's cult has claimed this mine. When Latvulan hears of your victory, he will return to secure this mine. We must return to the Sanctum before that happens. After that, we can decide our next course of action. Latvulan underestimated you, Hunter. He shall not do so again.
Well, that went horribly wrong, didn't it? We should let Sai Sahan know what happened. Maybe he'll have an idea about how we salvage this operation.
There's nothing you could have done.
I know. I just wish we'd gotten there sooner.
You did well today. Your Grandu may not have joined us, but neither will his corpse become a tool of Latvalon. A small victory, but a victory nonetheless. Did you discover anything else? An army of dragons with the means to amplify their power? That doesn't bode well. I do not like that we're going into this fight blind. There's too much we don't know about Latvalon and this cult of his. We need more information. I do. But first, I have something for you. I found it in the Sanctum's treasury. But let's keep this between us. If a certain smuggling crew knew we had a treasury, they'd empty it faster than Zaji can drain a bottle of plum brandy. If we can't outmatch our enemies, we must outwit them. I want you to infiltrate the cult. Learn where their base of operations is located, how large a force they command, and most importantly, what they plan to do next. Aelia believes the cult is recruiting in Senchal. I want you to find a recruiter and join their ranks. As a member of the cult, you'll be privy to a great deal of information. But first, you'll want to speak with General Renmus. If there's cult activity in the city, Renmus should know something about it. I want you to see if he has any leads you can follow. Haley has agreed to get you into the palace. No need to schedule another appointment. When you've learned all you can about the Dragon Cult, return to the Sanctum and report your findings. Training our new Dragon Guard. The Pounce's crew may be the best smugglers in Elsweyr, but that doesn't make them dragon hunters. Luckily, I was able to outfit them with weapons and armor from the Sanctum stores. They don't have a choice. Their homeland has been invaded and they want to protect it. I'll do my best to help them, but there's only so much we can accomplish with the limited time we have. There's always hope, my friend. Even in the darkest night, a candle can shine. This is the time to stand against this rage of dragons. Victory isn't certain, but what in life ever is? We have to believe we have a chance, or all is lost. A wise request. Our enemy is Latvalon, the dragon of great power and greater evil. He seeks to destroy Tamriel, but we do not know yet how he plans to do so. We do know that he leads a large cult and has several dragons working with him. They worship Latvalon and seek to help him destroy our ally, Nafalar. One of the cult's prominent members, the necromancer Rakajin, has demonstrated how they use a strange green stone to amplify magic. You saw its power, not I. Did it not allow the necromancer to raise your Grandu from the dead to attack you? Regardless, you must infiltrate the cult and learn more. Find out what they're up to, why they follow Latvalon.
I doubt my father can point us directly to a recruiter, but he will know if the cult has been active in the city. Anything he can tell us will help. I'll meet you in Senchal in front of the palace, after I take a moment to compose myself. Honestly, not great. My first mission as a Dragon Guard went terribly wrong. The more we learn about Latvalon, the less confident I become. If he decides to attack Senchal, I don't think there's anything my father can do. I suppose. But Senchal has been my home for 5 years. It means more to me than the Empire ever did. I can't bear the thought that it might be destroyed. I remember when I first met Zaji. He asked me who I was, but immediately stopped me. I started to tell him about my parents. He shook his head and said, "That's who they are. Who are you?" So I told him everything. How playing the flute reminded me of my mother, how father would never respect me if I didn't follow in his footsteps. For me, it was. That was the moment I understood that I was more than the sum of my parts. I didn't have to be one thing. In Senshal, I could aspire to be more than my parents' legacy. That's why the city means so much to me. I'll meet you outside the palace after I wash the stink of dead dragon out of my armor.
The stink. You get used to it.
Ugh. Let's hope my father isn't too busy to see his daughter.
Well?
My hands are tied. We don't have the resources to investigate your daughter's disappearance.
This one understands. Thank you for your time, General.
Pardon the interruption. Do you have a moment, Father?
A moment, yes, but only that. Here for another ship. Last I heard, the Perfect Pounce was still in condition enough to sail. Or perhaps you find her crew lacking. The Order of the New Moon. Yes, I know of them. They've been recruiting in Senshal for some time, preying on skooma addicts and vagrants. A repugnant practice. You believe this order is a dragon cult? As if dragons weren't troublesome enough. As you heard, the Shield's resources are stretched thin. Senshal is one disaster away from a full-blown riot, and I need my soldiers on the streets. I can't spare any to deal with this matter. You want to investigate? By all means. Buzinda, the Khajiit who was just in my office, believes the Order of the New Moon recruited her daughter, Lahini. Find Lahini, and you should find the cult. Speak to Buzinda and see what she can tell you. I'd consider it a personal favor if you find Lahini and return her to her family. I wish I had the resources to do more. Kaza, 29. Silver hair, green eyes, scar under right eye. Missing 31 days. Abazita, 43, orange hair, yellow eyes, wears flower pendant necklace. Missing 14 days. Lahini, 21. The list goes on and on. 32 by last count, and those are just the ones that have been reported. A lot of them have left the city, what with the dragons and all. The rest? I don't have the resources to conduct investigations and defend Senshal. Indeed. Perhaps I'm a fool to keep turning you away like this. The more I hear about the forces we're up against, the more I realize that this threat extends far beyond our city walls. Yet my duty must first be to Senshal, no matter the cost. Not a specific event, but a simmering pot eventually boils over. As long as refugees continue to pour into Senshal, turmoil will continue to brew. It doesn't help that my city envoy has abandoned me. My daughter, Aelia. She has a good head for diplomacy. Her understanding of both Imperial and Khajiiti culture has been a great help to my legion over the years. Then you showed up, and she deserted me. And I respect her right to do so. She chose to fight this dragon invasion directly, and I'm proud of her. But that doesn't mean I'm not worried, or that I regret losing one of the few resources I still had.
Poor Buzinda. I can't imagine how upset she must be right now. If we do infiltrate the cult, we should find Lahini and convince her to leave. Or force her to, if she won't listen to reason.
Where is that half-wit?
Please, Buzinda would like to be left to her grief. If you'll excuse her. You have? Oh, thank you, thank you! You'll need details, yes? Lahini has black fur and blue eyes. A skinny thing, so frail. She was very sickly as a Jakajit and never quite recovered. Lahini spoke of them. She said, I am but a burden to you. With them I can be useful. Buzinda begged her not to go, but Lahini left the very next morning. Kazan me no more. He is a ruffian, but Lahini loves him. She would have at least told him goodbye. But he refuses to speak to Buzinda. All he does is sit in a tavern, drinking his days away. If you find Lahini, please convince her to come home. We're all worried about her. Only rumors. This one hears they prey on the desperate, the hungry. The cult promises warm beds and hot meals. For many, that is all it takes. But this one thinks that Lahini joined them for a sense of purpose. She considered herself a burden. Lahini was weak, sickly. We love her anyway, but she felt she could be useful to this Order of the New Moon. Useful how, this one wonders. She could be hurt. She could be... Please, you have to find her, before it's too late.
Keep your weapons sharp and close.
I don't like the sound of any of this. The more the dragons destroy, the more desperate people become. And then the cult swoops in, promising protection and purpose. It's a never-ending cycle. You're right. I just hate seeing Senchal suffer like this. Kazan seems like our best lead so far. Buzinda said that he likes to drink at the tavern, right? We should head there next.
I heard that someone released King Lelorian from the lightless oubliette.
What do you want? Walker, come join us to order another round.
I should have known we'd find him here.
He'll steal 1,000 jewels. He'll even play the fool. Say you love him. Say you love him. Hey, Walker, can't you see I'm busy? That mangy harlot. Never heard of her. Look, I'm not in the mood to talk about Lahini, so why don't you shove off? Fine. She may have broken my heart, but I don't want her to get hurt. Lahini came here with some muskars in dark robes. She begged me to join something called the Order of the New Moon. I turned her down, and they both walked out. Me and my chums tried to follow, but we lost them in the dark. And I'll admit, I was a bit drunk. Hard to track someone with a few pints in your gut. Ranza, though, he handles his drinks well. He might know where they went. Ranza! You followed that black-robed Zish to a house, didn't you?
Of course. Followed him right to the harbor.
Lies! You can't even follow your own 2 feet.
Cantu. Here, Ranza will show you. Look. I'll just draw you a quick map. And there we go. Perfect.
That's terrible.
Need some help, Walker? I'll join you on this hunt. You're on the hunt, yes? I'll join you. You lead the way. I won't waste my time trying to decipher that mess of a map.
What is it?
You hear about the new moon business? Shernama's in the attic.
Their trail ends here. Walker, you up there?
Not so loud, Casca. What if the recruiter is still here?
Don't worry, little one. I'll protect you from the big, bad cultist. Find anything? I know the place. You reach it through the Outlaws' refuge beneath the city, but they don't let just anyone into the Black Kirgo. If you want to find this recruiter, you'll need my help. It's a fighting ring. I was the reigning champion for 6 years running. I can get you inside, no problem. Go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
Then let's get going.
Not you, little one. The Black Kirgo is no place for the General's daughter.
Oh, right. I'll head back to the sanctum with Zaji. As the daughter of General Renmus, it's a little difficult for me to keep a low profile in a place like Black Kirgo. You should go with Casca. Zaji and I will head back to the sanctum.
Casca the Unconquered, in the fur. This one knew you would return one day.
I am not here to fight. We seek entrance, nothing more.
We? Ah, you brought a friend. Come, friend of Casca. Introduce yourself. Why do you wish to enter the Black Kirgo, friend of Casca? Are you looking for a fight? Ah, so that's your angle. There may be such an individual present, yes, but the arena is awfully full. He doesn't know if he can squeeze you onto the docket.
Well, this one would certainly make room for Casca the Unconquered. There are many who wish to see her fight again. Convince Casca to fight, and you can both enter. A good deal, no?
This is a bad idea. Soon as I step into that arena, every fighter will be on me like stink on a Nix ox. They all want a shot at Casca the Unconquered. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Fine, I'll fight. Stick close and try not to die, yes? I don't want to have to drag your corpse back to the sanctum and explain what happened to Big Beard. All right, you muskars, I'll fight.
This one had a feeling you would come around.
Sailors and sweetmeats, beggars and thieves, welcome to the Black Kiergo Arena!
Let's do this!
First to the arena and ready to kill! It's the Red Brooks of Glenumbra! Impressive! But let us see how you fare against the vicious Iron Horse!
Victory!
We're not done yet! Next up is some local favorites, the Ruddy Fangs of Elsweyr!
Finally, a decent fight!
And for the last round, our arena champions, Domazir the Deadly and the roguish Jirendar!
Finally, a chance to
Now
defeat
this is
Casca
more
the
like it.
Unconquered. The Mazir has been waiting for this.
And so our match is completed! Come, champions! Meet with Shirnama and learn your destiny!
We have the recruiter's attention. I'll leave it to you to seal the deal.
Sailors and sweetmeats, beggars and thieves, welcome to the Black Kiergo Arena! First to the arena and red... Strength, skill, and ferocity. The proof of your prowess coats the arena's walls, hot and red. But there are more dangers than the foes in this arena. Even with all your might, you stand no chance against the dragons of Elsweyr. There's no need to fight the noble dragons who wish to rule over us. Swear your loyalty to them, and no harm will befall you. Join the Order of the New Moon, and your survival is guaranteed. Excellent! Excellent! But first, you must prove yourself worthy. Travel to Tenmar Forest and enter our fortress. I marked the location on your map. And take this pendant. It will identify you as a new recruit to our cause.
Are we in? Good. We get in, we find out what we can, and then we get out. And if we're lucky, we find Lahini along the way.
We're not done yet! Next up is some local favorites! The Ruddy Fangs of Elsweyr!
I told you I'm waiting for someone, and here they come now.
Halt. In the name of the new moon. Why have you come here? Finally, some warriors. We'll need you both in the upcoming battle. But first, you must prove yourself worthy to join us. Speak to Trial Master Zeri. She'll lead you to the path of the new moon. You'll find her just inside. Move along, initiates. Trial Master Zeri awaits you inside.
You passed the first trial.
Who guides us to
but
our destiny?
greater challenges lie ahead.
Rakajin, Lord of Night.
Who protects us from destruction?
The dragons and their might.
Very good. Now off to the ritual chamber. Lord Latvulan is waiting. Step forward, initiates. Your trials await. Those who hide, those who fight, those who pray to uncaring gods, they all shall know the glory of the new moon as it rises. Will you look up in fear, initiate? Or will you rise with it? Then you must prove yourself worthy. The path of the new moon awaits. Obstacles block your path, but your strength will overcome them. Your cunning will even use them. Turn those obstacles to advantages and open the way forward. Light the braziers to open pathways close to you. Strike the sliding stones to open doors that hinder you. Make your way through this trial, and you shall become a member of our order. Enter the chamber below, and your trial will begin. Should all go well, you'll have the privilege of fighting at Rakajin's side. A great honor, I assure you. When the dragon swept across Elsweyr, the Khajiit trembled. Some hid behind city walls. Others took up arms and fought in vain. But Rakajin, wise above all others, knew we could not hide, that fighting was useless. He bowed down before the dragon's might and offered to serve them. Latvulang accepted and gifted him with glorious power. He named him a dragon priest. Yes, but he also serves another greater power. He who shall ascend into the sky. Rakajin will lead the masses of Elsweyr to bow before this great power. He shall become main under the new moon. Our ascension shall be glorious. We are the shepherds of a new era. Once dragons ruled these lands. Their might protected us. Their wisdom guided us. But through trickery and deception, a selfish few ended that time of peace. Hakon One-Eye Kunzari, traitors! And glorious shall their reign be. The Three Banners War, the machinations of the Daedra, all will be irrelevant. For centuries we have idled, foolishly worshipping absent gods and dead moons. But that time comes to an end. We obey. Latvulan has already set his divine plan in motion. And soon the new moon shall rise. All we must do is faithfully serve and await our ascension. But we will speak more of that after your initiation. The path of the new moon is obstructed by 2 doors. To unlock them, you must move the sliding stones below onto platforms. Make your way past both doors, and you pass the trial. However, the path you must move through is not a simple one. Several barriers block your path. By the brazier's light, these barriers will vanish. Therein lies the challenge. Which barrier do you open? Where do you move the sliding stone? Which path leads to the platform? Precisely. Prove your cunning by finding the way forward. Display your strength by moving the sliding stones as you wish. Unleash your ferocity and strike down any who stand in your way. As for our other initiate, you'll take a separate path. Head to the door on your left. The new moon. The path of the new
Why can't we go together?
Let us see. We need to determine individual join our
Unless you'd
join
rather
our
admit defeat.
cause.
Fine. We'll do it your way.
The path of the new moon awaits soon enough. Let us see if you're worthy to join our cause.
Patience. Elsweyr will burn very soon. The rule of dragons will save us all.
Let the light shine through the darkness. Salvation lies with our dragon lords. Let the light shine through the darkness. Salvation lies with our dragon lords. The first trial, Initiate. But greater challenges lie ahead.
Potential shall burn in the dragon's fire.
You passed the first trial, Initiate. But greater challenges lie ahead.
How can Lahini possibly move this thing? sliding stones. Why do they have to be so heavy? A Pomerat would struggle with these things. Lahini is never going to join the Order of the New Moon at this rate. Yes, but we are not supposed to talk about our past lives. We are initiates of the New Moon, you understand? Nothing else matters. Do you also face the path of the New Moon? Then you will not mind if Lahini follows behind, no? Once the trial is done, this one is sure she will be of great use to the Order of the New Moon. She just needs a little help getting there.